I remember when we were kings and queens in the motherland.
Every picture tells a story. We've heard that hundreds of times. We've heard it because it is true. But it's not the picture that matters most. It is the moment behind the picture. The photograph captures and freezes that moment in time. There are moments we choose to remember. There are moments we can't forget. There are moments that have meaning to us. These moments have touched us to our core. We share them tonight with you, understanding that for you these images may just as well be a mirage, a fleeting image on the screen that disappears before the story can be told. But the story changes everything.
Who would have known that my life would be changed by a 2-year-old named Maria from the village of Mikocheni? While visiting this village, I had so many emotions running through my mind. I didn't know it was possible to feel like you were in heaven, but to look around and see that you were in a living hell. These people are the poorest of the poor. They live in their own filth, drink water that is actually mud, live in houses made out of sticks, straw, and mud, and have the most beautiful smiles I have ever seen. I went on this trip to change the lives of everyone I encountered, but they ended up changing mine without even knowing it. Many times in the few hours I was in the village, I asked myself, why them? Why do they have to live like this? Then I realized, in a really odd way, that they are the lucky ones. These people know what it means to be truly happy. These people know what it means to really cherish something. They don't cherish money, freedom, or possessions. They cherish each other and every day that is given to them. Before I was about to leave, I crouched down to the little girl I was holding hands with and said goodbye in very bad Swahili. But she looked at me, and all she said back was Dada, which means sister in Swahili. Tears instantly came to my eyes. How could I leave her here to live in this village? I knew I had to, but from that point on, I decided to dedicate my life to providing the basics of life to those who don't have them. My goal in life is to give people opportunities that previously weren't given to them. Since the people of Mikocheni changed my life, it is now my turn to change someone else's.
A picture is worth 1,000 words. Another expression we've heard our whole lives. Some pictures, though, some moments, words can't explain. 1,000 words might only peel back one layer of the true moment. The truth might be several layers deep. So we take the easy way out and say things like, this is a picture of the poor village of Mikocheni. But the truth is deeper. Each of us who has been to Mikocheni has been enriched. How can that be? You see the image, but you can't see me. You can't see how on one day out of all the days of my life, I felt miserably sad, frustrated, angry, joyful, and at peace all at the same time. I felt challenged, and the moment called to me.
This is my call for one and all.
Mikocheni is what you'd expect to see when you come to Africa. Beyond poor, sick, destitute, and helpless people. And yet, it's nothing like what you would expect either. They were so thankful for everything they had, which was not much. They had no clean water and no consistent food supply or medical care, what most Americans consider basic survival needs. And yet, they were happy. Why, I asked myself. As I asked myself this question, a girl, probably 8 or 9, came up to me and took my hand and held it. I greeted her in Swahili, and she replied in English, "Thank you." I asked her why she was thankful, and she replied in broken English, with a tear in her eye, for coming to us. Thank you. I never would have imagined the pure joy that came from these beautiful people who, by other standards, had nothing, and yet, because they were happy, had everything. I was taken aback by this and asked myself why she was so thankful for us merely visiting them. It was then that I realized why they were so happy. The Tanzanian culture is one of selflessness. They care more about time spent with others than time schedules, work, or even themselves. For us, being there with them meant everything to them. This really taught me to never take time with anyone for granted. I realized it's okay to slow down my day and just be with people, to take time to genuinely care about the person next to me. It's amazing the lessons I learned from an 8-year-old girl.
Here are some statistics. 20,000 people die each day because they are too poor to live. In sub-Saharan Africa, 1 in 100 women will die in pregnancy and childbirth. In America, it is about 1 in 100,000. Malaria, eradicated in America in 1951, is the cause of 1 million deaths in Africa each year, and 85% of these are children under the age of 5. Maybe the statistics would have more impact if told this way. If 7 Boeing 747s full of children crashed into a mountain every day, would the world take measures to prevent it? That's nearly 3,000 children per day. That's how many children die each day from malaria. According to the World Health Organization, a child dies every 30 seconds from malaria. Of course, we knew the statistics before we left to visit Mikocheni. We didn't know their impact.
Imagine waking up in a home where the only difference between the inside and the outside world is a wall constructed of branches and coconut leaves. The protection and the composition of the shack's walls is a layer of dried mud, the same material that squishes beneath our feet as we walk through the uneven streets of the small village of Mikocheni. Located deep in the rural areas of Tanzania, Mikocheni serves as an introduction to most of our understandings of the true reality of the extreme poverty and the meaning of life in a developing country. If lucky, villagers are able to eat 1 meal a day. Many go without food to support their children. Today we were told that the primary reason for a baby's cry is for food. The sounds of cries throughout the village were amplified and echoed in our ears throughout the rest of our journey. Experiencing a place like Mikocheni forces one to think about one's own life and culture. I felt so inadequate in my service when first experiencing the village, but later this feeling was replaced with a strong compulsion to do more for people, to make a difference because I know that I can and I have a right to. I have so much to give, and most people here do not even have a chance to receive. People are denied the basic needs of life every day. The cycle of poverty is continuous, and the hope for a new life is little, but they know and live in true happiness. Despite the basic needs that are refused, love is most fulfilled in all of these people here. Despite the innumerable hardships experienced on an everyday basis, I really do believe the people here have it figured out. True happiness, something most people spend most of their lives searching for, is so simple. God and family are at the center. True happiness stems from individuals, personalities, and just being. Love live one day. The ability to live one day at a time and press forward to tomorrow still ceases to amaze me. The trust is incredible. Trust in God, trust in each other.
We've lost our true tradition.
We are not going to save the world. We believe Teddy Roosevelt was right. Do what you can with what you have, where you are. We are here, but we made a promise to never forget one village. What can we do? Many of us live by the inspiration of the Gospel of Luke. To those who have much, much is expected. Our plan is simple. To the people of Mikocheni, we simply ask, what do you need? To those who have much, we humbly ask, what can you give? And to those who have dedicated their lives to the service of the poor, we respectfully ask, will you please ensure that our gift will be put to the best possible use to improve the quality of life of those in need? The Village Fund was created out of these simple ideas. It is with the most sincere appreciation that we say to you tonight, thank you, and God bless you.
When they took us away, they carried us far beyond the generations have strayed. We've lost our true tradition. I remember when